So guys, this tweet says, henceforth, I've decided that if I have any international flights to make, I will fly Air Peace if they operate such a route. So guys, Air Peace has come out to make explanation on why the Isiagu, and I tell you, so many people are appreciating Air Peace because this man has proven that, you know, he does not have anything to do with tribe. He has always presented himself as a Nigerian. We all know that he hates being tribal. He always mind his words, his languages. Each time you see him on a television platform, he is always being careful the languages he uses because he wants us to stay as one Nigeria. So Air Peace has come out to explain to Nigerians what gave birth to the Isiagu uniform that we saw his crew members wearing. So guys, you will appreciate this man after listening to him speak. Take a look at this.
There are certain people, like you said, who are trying to distract. Let me tell you, we laugh at those things. A uniform that was not supposed to be an issue, that we started wearing since 2019, all of a sudden it became an issue because of London. All these are people are being sponsored to douse this London thing to see if Air Peace could get out of the London market. Unfortunately, some Nigerians, but they are insignificant, are buying it. When we brought Isiagu, we advertised for Nigerian fashion designers. I could have gone abroad to buy our uniform. We advertised for Nigerian fashion designers to come and compete to produce Air Peace's international uniform for international operations. That was when we were about to start Dubai in 2019. So about 500 fashion designers came. The people that won, 2 people that we selected at the end of the day to do our international uniforms, we are not known names. Today they are making their means of livelihood. The Isiagu thing was not even done by an Igbo person. It was not even done by Air Peace. It was part of the people that came. And somebody said, okay, to differentiate between your other crews from their leaders, let's give them that red Isiagu, listen, so that they will look different from the other crew. Those people, it's not all the crew that wear that. Yeah, it's only the lead crew. It's only the lead crews that wear that Isiagu. So the designer, everybody in the hall there said, oh, it is good. The person that criticized it, Air Peace has about 28 member management team. Out of that 28, how many of them are even Igbos? How many of them are Igbos? The people that take the Tony Olajide is leading Air Peace today. Is Tony Olajide Allen? Is it from Southeast? But it doesn't really bother us in Air Peace because it doesn't really bother good-minded Nigerians.
Otherwise, how would somebody who owns a business, a private enterprise, who decided on the dress code of his staff, will become a very serious issue in a country like Nigeria? And to be specific, if you go to the Northern Forum, you will not even hear a word about this being, trending in the Northern Forum. But obviously, there's always a place where these things come from. Now, think about this way. I always want to see things from a different perspective. We from the southeast of Nigeria, anytime we travel, we either have to land in Lagos or Abuja. Has anybody thought about the economic implications of our landing in any of these 2 sites? 1, we fly with 23 kg times 2 plus 8 kg hand luggage. When we come into Lagos, we then have to go to the local airport. And the local airport will tell us that we are only allowed 20 kg. Do the mathematics for yourself and see how much extra we pay to be in Lagos. Most of the time when we land, we have to stay in a hotel in Lagos. We spend money. Some of us will have to book 2-3 rooms at minimum 35,000 to 45,000 a night. If you do the mathematics times 3 rooms, you will find out how much 45,000 times 3 is, plus the extra money we pay for hand luggage. And then, on top of that, we still have to fly domestic flights. If we come back with our 4 children minimum, so wife, husband, 4 children, 6, then we pay 158,000 naira to fly from Lagos to Port Harcourt or to Enugu. Do the mathematics. All this goes into the economy of Lagos or Abuja. How much then comes into the economy of the Southeast? from the money we have suffered and made. That is not the end of it. When we fly into Port Harcourt, we then have the challenge of going from Port Harcourt to Owerri or to Aba or to Onitsha. We are faced with over 56, I counted it, from Port Harcourt to to Owerri, I counted 56 checkpoints. And at each of these checkpoints, we have to conceal our luggages, remove the tag, do something. Most of them, we pay an average of 500 naira to 1,000 naira bribe to be able to go across this place. For doing nothing, for just being a citizen of Nigeria. Some places, when you get there, there are like 7 checkpoints. You have the police, you have the army, you have the red beret people, I don't know what sort of special police that is. You have the VEO, you have the vehicle license people, you have the road safety corps, you even have one group that was between River State and Imo State, Owerri. They are dressed like kidnappers. They have their shrine in the middle of the road, and they have knives on them, and then they stop you and demand money. I don't know what to call that one. When I inquired, they are one sort of vigilante group within the River State axis. This is the challenge we face. If you then commit a capital crime of going from Lagos to the east by road, you are guaranteed to spend an average 8 to 10 hours, be harassed by the thousands of police checkpoints before you get to Onitsha or Enugu. So when people talk about APs just wearing Isiagu, do they understand that even the APs himself, who happens to be an Igbo man, runs his business from Lagos, probably again from Abuja? He doesn't run his business from the east. So we from the east have to pay, we go through pain and suffering just to land in Lagos or Abuja. Do the mathematics of what I've told you. You see that an average Igbo man that flies from London, before he gets to the southeast into his house, he would have spent close to 600 pounds just to fly into Nigeria and get into his house. So when these hate people, when these haters and these bigots talk on people like Reno and all the rest of them, talk rubbish about Isiagu, let us be very careful, because the pain that we go through in the southeast, none of you go through it. You do not understand our pain. So somebody's running his private business, but you now want to tell him how the dress code for his staff. Sometimes I don't think you guys really understand what it means to be Igbo in that country called Nigeria. You do not. And it is very painful that some educated, so-called educated people are in this saga. I've read numerous nonsensical comments on Twitter and all the rest, led by this recalcitrant called Reno. But having said that, all I would appeal to airpeace is to remember that Enugu has an airport. We would equally want to fly, land in Enugu, or any of the airports in the southeast and go into our houses without having to pay all the amount of money I mentioned. My friend stayed in a service apartment somewhere in Lagos, and he paid 150,000 a night. Just landing in Lagos, 150,000 for service apartment, then the next morning he has to pay all his local flights to get down to the east. Sometimes you people don't understand the pain of being Igbo. And besides, Isiagu is not even a traditional attire that a woman in Igbo land should wear. Isiagu is meant for the men. The women go with their two-piece wrapper or any other type of wear. What if he decides to give them two-piece wrapper? What will happen? What will happen? If you guys are so angry, why don't you set up your own airport and even your own plane or airline and dress any way you want, as long as the price is cheap, as long as the price is okay. The Igbo man will patronize you. The Igbo people we don't hate you. We don't hate anybody. We patronize every business as long as the satisfaction, the customer service is there. What is this hate all about? What is it? Somebody would ask, what is this hate all about? You guys should just wear the thinking cap of maturity. If we want to be a nation, let us be a nation. If you guys hate us so much, why are you even struggling to keep us in Nigeria? Why? Why don't you then let the Southeast go? And let us compare records in the next 10, 20 years. Who will be more developed and who will be more advanced? What is all this hate all about? You don't like a people, but you want to be in the same country with them. You seize their property. Look at the nonsense comment made by Nwike, talking about how he dealt with the Igbos. And all of you kept quiet. You enjoy this hatred and wickedness and evil against the people who have done nothing to you, apart from being Nigerians. Some of you need to take a deep thought, a deep reflection, and think about what your actions. It's not a must to belong to the same place. If you hate them so much, let them go then. Let them go. They've invested everything they have in your place. They've come there, they've done business, they've helped you develop your economy. What have you done in the East?
I just watched a video of Barrister Onyema, the CEO of Airpeace, explaining why the Isiagu as a uniform or a dress was adopted for the London route of Airpeace. Because somebody said or complained, why Isiagu? Why not Isiagu? Should it have been an Buba and Iro or Abada and everyone will be happy? Or those who are complaining, political turncoats and so on, those who know only ethnicism and religion. Now listen, Onyema is my friend, but I'm not making this video as his friend. I'm making it as a concerned Igbo man, a concerned Nigerian who feels that anytime anything comes to the Igbos, people bring in hate speech, hatred. We must stop this. It doesn't get us anywhere. That is identity adopted by Airpeace and should be respected. Onyema and his brother Professor Obiarukonko have done more to the airline industry than the Nigerian nation has done. They should be commended, not vilified. And I ask you again, if you are complaining about Isiagu, should it have been an Ebuba and Iro for there to be peace? Or Abada? The Igbos cannot in the entity called.
So guys, you can see that honestly, it appears it is becoming difficult being an Igbo in Nigeria. I mean, when it was the time of Buhari, people were like, oh, because he's a northerner. Oh, because he's a northerner. I tell you, things appear to be even more difficult this time that a southerner is in office. I mean, they don't want to hear anything that has to do with Igbos. Where is this tribal sentiment going to take us to Nigerians? Where is it going to take us to? Honestly, when you look at the explanation given to Airpeace, honestly, you will feel like crying for this man because you know that this man is so neutral. He really wants things to work in this country. He wants Nigeria to move forward. He really wants, to see Nigeria united. But we have a country where people's minds are already polluted. Some people will tell you, oh, Peter Obi can never, they will use that language, never be president because he's an Igbo man. Honestly, sometimes I try to stay away from, politics, ethnic politics, all this ethnicity and religious kind of, videos. I try to, as much as I can to stay away from it, but I tell you, sometimes it's so difficult. But I was happy coming across this video by Airpeace last night, and I was like, wow, Onyema, this man, you have proven to be a patriotic Nigerian. Honestly, you have proven to be a patriotic Nigerian. You have proven that you really want to see Nigeria work. You really want to see Nigeria stay together. And I tell you, look at how Onyema came about Airpeace, because he asked fashion designers from Nigeria to come and share their ideas with him. And at the end of the day, he selected 2. Those 2 were even the ones that gave, ideas on the design they want to design. And all they did was to give them approval. They were not even dreaming Isiagu when all these were put in place. I mean, they were not thinking about Isiagu. But today, everywhere, Airpeace, why Isiagu, why Isiagu, why Igbo, why? My God, Nigerians, let's take it easy so that this country can be united. Honestly, united we stand stronger. But when we are divided, we are already fallen. So it is time for Nigerians to keep tribe by the side. Moreover, he's a private business. Assuming he even decides to go, use the Isiagu, that should be his decision. He pays his tax. The federal government cannot task him. Whatever he wants is what he does as, a private business owner. And those who are sitting by the side and just criticizing him, please, this criticism should stop. Let's support Nigerian made. Let's support Nigerian businesses so that we all can grow together. So guys, I don't know what you think about all this. You've heard the man that equally made some good mathematics about the Igbos tolerating a lot in Nigeria. You have seen it, and honestly, the Igbos have really tolerated enough. The Igbos really want to be Nigerian. They really want to see this country, stay together, honestly. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.